Welcome everybody to another episode of Books and Betches. I'm Kristen, and with me I have
Erica.
Maria.
Very concise. This is a book podcast. We swear, we spoil, we talk about sex.
Pampires.
And we really suck at podcasting. Erica, why do you keep saying that?
My son, he's almost 3.
My
He'll
son!
he'll be 3.
My boy!
My sweet boy!
I'm sorry. Whenever I hear my son, I just
Yeah.
say, my son!
Which is like not funny at all, but go on.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up.
I know.
It's a little fucked up. But he loves vampires right now, and he says vampire. Vampire.
Question. Why does he love vampire? What do you have
what
him
made
watching?
him-
No, he loves
Sesame
Halloween.
Street?
He loves Halloween decorations. He's like, he loves to like categorize things right now. So like he categorizes anything that has like wings that flies in the sky.
Fun.
So it's like vampires, bats,
Vampires.
planes,
I want to
helicopter.
fly abroad. I'm
Did you
a
watch Sesame
vampire.
Street? Count Chocula or whatever? No, not Count Chocula.
He does puzzles and
Count Chocolate Milk?
Count Chocula.
I always think of Count Chocolate. That's a cereal.
I am obsessed with
Count.
you.
I'm sorry.
The
The Count.
The Count.
Okay.
That counts.
If you can't
Vampire.
tell, we're doing a vampire book. I want you to say the title in the...
Vampires of el Norte by Isabel Cañas.
Okay, that was beautiful. If I said it, it would have been stupid.
Vampires of El Norte.
So yeah, we're doing Vampires of El Norte. And
I mean, that's how the Yankees would
honestly,
sound.
that's me. That is me. Actually, no, they're really bad at this book.
You hate the Yankees.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk Vampires of El Norte. I really enjoyed this book, so I'm excited to talk about it. Maria,
I love this book.
You brought this one to the table.
Yes, I was looking for books for spooky season, and this was on sort of my TBR. I've had it on like my radar for the last year since it's been out, or however long it's been out. But I just hadn't had a chance to start it, and I was like, you know what? I feel like this could work, and I'm very happy I read it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you both liked it. I mean, you said you liked it.
I liked it a lot.
I don't know if you liked it.
It was
I
slow
told
for
the
you.
girls on
It was
Discord I would not
slow.
allow any disparaging of this book. So
I don't
choose your words wisely.
I don't have anything like negative to say about it.
Yeah.
But I don't have anything.
I feel like for you it was too slow. I feel like your attention just isn't.
No, she just reads too fast.
It's not that. It's just like I didn't feel anything about it. Like I like
Oh, that's
if
too
that
bad.
makes sense. Like not in a bad way.
Okay. It's
You
just
know what I
it's just a
mean?
book.
Like it's just like I read it.
A
and
story.
I felt the same way about the other one that was what was it called? The one with the potions cafe and it was like the lesbians.
Legends of Lattes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Like
fair.
just okay, it happened. Like it just
Yeah,
there
yeah.
wasn't
No, I
enough
feel that.
for there to like
Yes.
to in the story of it. That's for me to like
It took me.
have anything to say. Like it was like,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
It started.
We're in it when we're out of it.
It started slow for me. Like after the chapter 4, I fell in love with it. But it took me until chapter 4, I think, to get there. I mean, there's a lot I want to say about the characters and stuff, but as overall as a story, at the end of it, I was like, wow, I really liked that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that I would, but I listened to the last like 4 hours today and I was totally hooked.
I will say, I think this book is miscategored.
Yes.
I don't think it should be a horror.
I don't think it should be labeled. I think it has horror elements.
Of course.
But I don't think it should be labeled as horror first because it's well,
It
okay.
felt Western.
Hold on. Yes,
Yeah,
it's
it
Western.
felt
Yes.
Western.
I think it shows more not only the horrors of the fantastical world, but the horrors of humanity
Yes.
and what
Yeah.
the history of that time was.
Yes.
And I think that type of quote unquote horror is not so easily accepted in books
Yeah.
or in general. You know,
What
people
year
are gonna.
was this set?
This was
Like the
set in the
18
1800s,
Yeah.
Yeah.
late 1800s, right before Texas gets like absorbed by the U.S.
I feel like 1880.
it was 1846, 1856 around there.
So I listened to this book, and I will say, as the whitest white lady of all of white and whiteness,
Okay.
there's a lot of Spanish in it, but it was
Yes.
very easy. It was still like easy enough to follow.
I was gonna ask how you guys felt about the Spanish.
It took me a
I think
minute.
it's hard to listen to it.
Really?
How fast did you listen to it?
If I read it, I would have been screwed.
1.8. I
Okay.
think. But
I was able to
know,
get to
I
2 at
think,
the end.
I think that it's hard. No, I feel like this with fantasy in general. Like this is not a language thing.
Yeah.
I like to see the word.
Yeah.
I really like
So
to see
I
the
did
word.
both.
That's fair.
I did.
I wish I
like
did
usual.
both.
I did my
Yeah.
Kindle and the listening. And yes, I think there's a lot of Spanish in here.
Because there's some Spanish words I would recognize on like looking at it. Or I'd be able to be like, I think I know this.
Like I do with French. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
like,
that whole aspect of it though.
Or to be able to reread it in the context of the
sentence.
It's just harder
because
to
with audio you
reread
can't pause and look back and
it's just harder.
You know what's funny? Mike, my husband, he understands Spanish like very well because he travels to Argentina a lot and stuff, and he's just had to learn it. And when we were in the car listening to this, that was like the first couple chapters we listened to it on the way up to New Hampshire. I was like, I missed a couple things of it. He explained the whole beginning to me like perfectly. And I was like, oh, thank God I had you. This is
when you hear Spanish in a book, do you just like not even notice that it's like in another language?
Like, are you able to just switch your brain?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm Spanglish with most of my friends.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
do you speak Spanish to your parents?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your mom mostly
My
speaks
mom
Spanish.
was always like in the house, never speak English.
Yeah.
We're always Spanish in the house. I think also it's because she felt, self-conscious about her English. I'm so proud of her. Her English has gotten 10 times better over
great.
I know. I tell her all the time.
Yeah.
Now it's become a joke. She's like, listen to me speak English. I'm like, yeah, mama, you go.
I love that.
So for me, as just I listen to it, I'm like, yep, that's Spanish. The good thing about also is I assume these narrators are Latino because they're pronouncing it how it's supposed to be pronounced.
I was gonna say, is it pronounced like perfectly? Yeah. Okay.
I think
because you said Dominican, but it's
I'm saying no, me
to be fast.
If my Dominican self, I talk so fucking fast in Spanish. This at 2-point speed, I'm like, it's fine,
Right.
But no, this is Mexican.
Yes.
And the male narrator, I will say, pronounces more of his Spanish words than the female did. From my memory, I don't know if she did that on purpose to sort of like make it easier for any person who's not Spanish speaking to listen to it, but he did great.
No, it sounded amazing. Yeah. It sounded really good. The only thing I struggled with was her name, Nena, because it sounded a lot like Nana. So the whole beginning of the book, which like I know abuela is, but in my mind, I kept thinking like, is she talking about her grandma? And I was like, no, this is the character's name. And that stuck with me for so long where I was like, oh, strange. Nana.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
No, I feel you because you say Nana.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Nena.
Other than that, like
her name is Magdalena.
Following was not bad at all.
Yeah.
So if anybody's...
Shall I do 6 seconds?
Yes. I am setting up
see if I remember all of it now.
All right, if you're new to this
for me,
podcast,
I was just hooked on the love story.
It was a really good love story.
I'm telling you.
And I don't even like romance.
No, listen.
It was.
The fact that I'm saying I loved it.
This is like my quintessential telenovela. Like it is no
miscommunication.
There wasn't a pregnant lady getting slapped.
No, it got better. It got so much better. But like the time period, right? There's one of my favorite novelas is called Amor Real. And it's basically an arranged marriage type of thing, but it's set in the time period of like, I think the 1800s. So I just kept imagining this.
I want to see that.
Of like I'll put it on my phone later.
I want to see that.
The outfits, the way they speak to her. Yeah. You can't be seen with a man like that on your own. How dare you, Magdalena? Your honor. And I'm like, oh my God.
This was perfect. It was perfect. All right. If you're new to this podcast, we do this thing where we attempt to explain the entire plot summary of a book in 60 seconds or less. This week, Maria's going to do The Vampires of El Norte by...
Pampire.
By who again? Sorry.
Isabel Cañas.
Isabel Cañas. Okay. Maria, are you ready?
No.
In 3, 2, 1, too bad, go.
Okay, so we're in the 1840s in the Texas-Mexico border before Texas becomes Mexico. There have been attacks happening from Anglos. I guess I'm calling them Anglos. They call them the Yankees. And it's just white people coming in trying to steal all the land. And so a lot of these ranchos and, people who run land are trying to band together to try to protect themselves against the Yankees. At the same time, there are also monstrous things happening. There are vampires that are attacking people with what's called susto. Think of it as like in Harry Potter when 30. You get like fucking with the fright. So through this, we have 2 main characters. We have Magdalena and Nestor. They are childhood loves. He leaves because he thought she died. He comes back and she's alive. He's like, oh my God, I love you. She's like, get the fuck away. And they have to sort of travel to go fight the war against the Americans. And through this, the vampires are also attacking. We find out the Americans are using the vampires against the people of Mexico. And then basically fight.
Poor.
And at the end, she finds a way to talk to the vampires in a way, and they protect her land. She gets to marry Nestor.
God, that was so good.
Perfect.
Damn, that was good. Holy shit, you did such a good job.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Oh man. Okay, so I mean, you mentioned that he thinks she dies in the beginning. She gets attacked.
She gets attacked by the vampire.
Miscommunication trope.
Yes.
Okay, so
which
yes.
is so
But,
big
like,
in telenovelas.
But like a well done.
I envision this scene for scene. Like I want to call Univision like right now.
I just really wanted him to spill. I wanted him to come back and be like, "I thought you died," and like,
No,
have
that's
a
not
whole-
how it
I know, and it
goes.
was killing. It was like eating me alive.
So one thing that the
That's how it
girls
goes.
on Discord had said, or someone told me that this had pining in it, and that's the main reason why I even wanted to pick it up. I think maybe I saw a review. It was like pining. To me, I love pining. I love the angst. I love like the before we even get to it is like the anticipation of it is the best part for me. So for him leaving, coming back now, he's a full grown man.
It was giving
He's lived
Romeo
life.
and Juliet a little bit in the
Kinda.
beginning because they couldn't be together.
Yeah.
Different classes of life. You know, he's a lowly cowboy. She's the daughter of a ranch owner, the patron as we call them.
I think this makes sense over time when this happens in a historical romance.
Yes.
I hate it when it's 10 years and they come back together and it's like it was 2010 and it's 2020. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
In contemporary,
10
it's harder.
years, like you didn't fuck one dude, like you didn't fall in love with one girl, you didn't like
See,
one
that's the
bitch.
thing. He
like,
fucked a bunch of
He
bitches.
was
He did, but, like, he thought she
as
was
the men
dead.
did.
But and
he,
she was
but he was
just-
still in love with her.
Uh-huh.
She was
he
also
still
trapped.
loved her.
Well, she was very trapped. Like her family very much was like, this is what you're going to do.
You're meant to
for-
marry
that
some
type
rich
of-
man, help the town, or help our farm, help our estate live on through generations.
But,
Like,
like,
this is your
not
job.
you're just not meeting as many people.
Yes,
Right.
correct.
So like it makes more sense to me for him to
His
hold
life is
on to a
interesting.
long lost love.
yeah,
So-
Nestor's life. You mean?
Yeah, so my thing with this book was I love Nestor. I think that might be one of my favorite characters. Her character, Nena, she pissed me off so much. So many times where I was just like, girl, stop being stupid. This boy was in turmoil and he missed you and he thought you were dead. And she was just
I
like,
think you should watch some telenovelas. I
just-
feel
it made
like
me-
you'd be into it.
it made me
I think she
so,
would be.
It made me so
I think you'd be
angry.
into it. That's the point.
I know.
It
but-
keeps them like with the constant.
It's the
Push and
it's
pull.
the push and pull. One major thing I liked about this book was the vampires.
Yes.
Vampires are cool.
Yes.
I love when vampires are dirty, icky, ugly.
Yeah.
I love when they're
But they're
Buffy
cute.
style vampires.
They're adorable.
They're not.
No, because at the end,
They become.
I've never felt something so hard. Like I was seriously listening to this book like before you guys even came over, and I was just like rooting. I've never rooted for like the quote unquote bad thing like so hard in my life. I was like, I love these vampires. When she was unshackling them, and they were like staring at her, I was like, go vampies, go! I loved them. They were just mistreated like everybody else.
They're just animals.
It's the fucking white people.
It's the
that
fucking
are-
white people. They always ruin everything.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
And
so
then-
fucking on brand for the Americans to be pieces of shit.
But the
I
fact that
mean-
they were using the vampire, but here's what I wanted. I want I want to know more about the vampires.
I know.
I need-
Why
more
are they
vampires.
there? Why? How come they can get bit, but they don't turn? Why? Like I have more.
I wanted
questions.
50 more pages.
Yeah, me too. I wanted more.
I wanted 50 more pages, which I don't
vampire.
usually say.
Yeah. I wanted more vampire.
I wanted more vampire.
Give me a book too.
But I like that they were not like pretty vampires.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
It was Buffy because didn't they like disappear in a
ugly.
cloud of ash too?
Yes, when
Yeah.
you kill them,
I
they're
love
ash.
that too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
when they
hate
beheaded it, when Nestor's like on the horse, he's like, huzzah!
I
Yeah,
need that.
the scenes, like you said, you could picture every scene.
Yeah.
I felt very much like that too.
I could picture, but also just the writing. Isabel's writing is like so descriptive
Very descriptive.
in a hauntingly beautiful way. It really hooked me in from like chapter 1.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned on Pagebound, which is my newest platform that I'm logging my
Oh.
stuff on. I like it more than Storygraph.
What's it called? Pagebound?
Pagebound.co right now. They're in the process. It's a new app. Well, not app yet. It's a new website
Okay.
to log your reading. But what they want to do more is community based. So there's a lot of forums and people like post on each other's forums and stuff and talk about books. It's not so much about stats.
I could just already see people ruining. Like
I
anytime
hope
there's
not.
a forum,
I
I'm
hope
like,
not.
oh, the
It's
book
still in
community.
super early stages. I think they're trying to launch their app at the end of the month at some point. I'm not sure.
This
but
is fun.
I am in. I am really enjoying it.
Creating my account now.
Yay! That's all in
I'll sign
create
up.
accounts. You can put it in like the Discord later to share with everybody.
Yeah, this is cool.
So yeah, the writing of this really just like hooked me from the beginning. I was like, this is the type of writing that I love. And I could see myself buying or reading at least every book she has.
What's the other one that's like
she has one that's called The Hacienda, which I think came out before this. I think also it's horror based, quote unquote. We'll see what that means. And then she has a new one coming out in the next couple weeks. If it's not out already, I think it's called The Possession of something Diaz, of a woman. I'm already the cover alone. I'm like, yes, give me.
Yeah.
So
the horror side of it, I agree. I think like this is more of to me, it felt like a Western romance, but the creepy moments that were in there were written really well, where I did feel a little bit of like, ooh, there's something.
It's
like
a historical fiction with, you know, a little bit of horror.
That's my
romance.
problem is like I don't love historical fiction.
Yeah, but I think this is like a different, I think when we think of historical fiction, often we think of like English, like, you know, like Victorian era kind of.
I did not expect to like
the
this
Duke
as much
and
as I did.
stuff.
I think Nestor just like
sold it for you.
fuck.
He's a good character.
He's a good character, and he's hot as fuck.
Can we talk about his fucking devotion?
I know. I love it.
Let me just read this one passage about him.
Please.
She was a ghost haunting his nights and his days. Her mist thickened and faded with the setting and rising of the sun, but it never left. No matter how hard or far he rode, she clung to his skin like the smell of sleep. His soul bore her brand, the wound deep and blackened and scarred over. From the day he left Los Ojuelos, a part of him knew that his life was now a game of second bests, of good enoughs, a meager harvest grown in the long shadow of her absence.
She just wrote a long ass poem.
God, oh
but
my
but
God.
that makes sense in 1840.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense in in 2020.
That's a
You
great-
cannot
It
put
just
that
doesn't.
in fucking.
It doesn't. It
an
does
alien
not.
romance.
Yeah.
You can't. That doesn't make sense.
That was beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I
It
read
is
that.
very lyrical.
I was on the
It is
plane
lyrical.
reading that because when I went to Puerto Rico for Bad Bunny, I'm literally
Can you
on
talk
the.
about that?
Oh,
Did you say Erica know this?
yes, I texted her because
Okay.
we were going through a lot in the group chat
Yeah.
with family stuff. It's
I
sad, and
appreciate
I was
that.
like, I'm not gonna put in
No.
me dancing to
I
Bad
didn't know
Bunny.
it was in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I flew to Puerto
Yeah,
Rico for
isn't
less
this
than 24
insane?
hours.
You tell the story.
Wait, you
please.
didn't tell me you went to Puerto Rico to see him.
where
but I
was
guess
his
but
residency's
you're
in
right,
Puerto
but you're
Rico?
right. I didn't even think about that.
He's not
didn't want
coming
to
to
do.
America.
He's going to DR now.
He didn't want to do America
He said he
because
won't.
the fucking ice raid.
Yes,
Yeah.
he won't come here.
So my friend, she was able to get tickets for Bad Bunny, and
is so
she
funny.
tells me, I think it was a week before, she's like, "What you doing September 6th?" I'm like, "What are we doing September 6th?" Because I never really see her. I rarely see her. So when I do, it's always like chaos. So I'm like, "Yeah, what are we doing?" And she's like, "Well, if I'm able to, Bad Bunny. Are you ready?" And I was like, I'm debt free now, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
So she calls me. I think it was when Leia was at my house.
Yeah.
So it was Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
I was leaving that following Saturday.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
Tuesday she called me. She's like, "We got him." I was like, "Fuck, okay." So I booked my flight within 5 minutes.
How much was the flight?
I think with points, $290.
That's not bad at all.
And then I paid for the
Done.
hotel as a
Done.
thank you.
my
And
God.
it was.
So you went there for a
I
night.
was in the air longer than I was on the island. I think.
So you flew to Puerto Rico.
I flew to Puerto
You went to
Rico.
see Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
And then you
Great
went home the
seats.
next morning.
Great
Also
seats.
during
Yeah,
like
great
the
seats.
worst time because there was storms here and there haven't
Didn't
been
rain at all.
storms.
I mean, it rained when I wasn't like
That's
outside.
though you just like missed all of our storms
Yeah.
and went. That was wild.
It was
island
a great.
thanked me.
It was a great seat,
was-
and
yeah,
like the
it
way
was
the
awesome.
concert
Sorry.
venue was set up. He picked a great.
It
It looked awesome.
It's
residency
a fucking,
location.
Yeah.
It's a production.
Yeah.
Like that, I think is one of the best concerts I've ever seen. I mean,
He sounded great.
also going from System of a Down the week prior, I've just been living wonderful music in the last 2 weeks or so. But anyway,
Get yourself some friends in the concert business.
I know,
That's how
right?
you do
Yeah,
it.
that's the.
but I
that's
read
the,
this passage while on the plane.
Too bad, buddy.
And when I tell you
to see your love. To see your
to
love.
see Benito. But when I tell you, I'm like squirming. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, that's
He
so
loves
cute.
her.
Kicking your
Move on
feet.
this plane.
You were kicking your
I
feet.
honestly, I had Wi-Fi, thank God.
I
And I
love
text
that.
Kate. I'm like, "Kate, I'm losing
She
it."
read this?
No, but we
She
do
has to
this.
read
We're
it.
like, when
Yeah.
we have moments where 5 stars are in, we tell each other, it's like,
I love
listen,
that. Yeah.
it's happening.
But she loves historical romance.
Yeah, but
I
she
feel
hasn't
like
read this
she
one yet.
would.
She would like this.
I
So-
realized I was thinking about this kind of like this book brought something out of me because I was like thinking about culture in general. And I was thinking about like different, like I don't necessarily gravitate to different culture books because of the culture. That sounds bad. That sounds really bad. But I like the lore.
Mm.
Does that make sense? Like I don't give a fuck about if it's Chinese or Mexican or whatever. I want
like
to
the
know
history.
I like the like mythical lore behind it. Like,
okay.
like I love like even like biblical. Like, give me fucking creationist like Cain and like something like with deep roots that has like something else. Like, and that's what I liked about this book is I felt like that like. It didn't have real lore in it, but it felt like it. Like the vampires were lore.
To those of us who grew up with it, it was very much like El Cuco is something we all talk about.
Yeah, like
we all had
a
feel
like there was something more there that I don't fucking know. Like I don't know enough.
Yeah,
about
were you told
it,
like stories growing up and stuff?
We would always tell Leslie to go to bed, otherwise Cuco's gonna come get her.
Really?
Yeah, it was always a thing.
That's what I like about, and I guess that is culture, but it's more than just like wanting to read something that has culture in it. I want something deep.
Yeah, you want to feel like the roots of it. I agree.
So did your abuela, either one, did they like tell stories, like creepy stories and stuff?
I don't think, I feel like my dad's mom, not so much. But my mom's mom, yeah, she was always with us.
Wasn't she very like not medicinal, but didn't she have like healing things? Because that was your mom.
Healing, no, my mom is very healing.
Your mom is
because
like
my
trying like maple syrup with like this upside down.
The onion in the bed.
Listen, it helps.
It does help.
My mom was raised in like the countryside. Her siblings were raised in the city. In DR.
Yeah.
Yes. So she was raised in Jarabacoa by my great grandma. In like the smallest little hut. I'm so sad that it's torn down today, but her upbringing is pure campo. Like that woman walked to like everything, and she had to basically. Her uncle was a priest. Like she was with nuns every day.
Oh, that's why you were a nun in your past life.
My mom's very religious, but yeah. So she was taught a lot from those in that area. I think like campo has more of that kind of like medicinal, holistic, everything's down to the food you eat. Whereas a city, I think the city doesn't have that kind of.
Well, it's so interesting the difference between like Dominican culture and then Mexican culture
it's very
and then Puerto Rico. Like they're all so different. I feel like there's different.
I feel like Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, in my mind, they've always been very close. I always call them our neighbors, our siblings, because a lot of the stuff we have are the same. We just fight about the names we have. Down to like I think I was fighting with Bianca in line for Bad Bunny because we were talking about like fried plantains.
Yeah,
Dominicans call them fritos.
Okay,
Puerto Ricans call them tostones. So when we're ordering dinner,
very different names.
Yes, when we're ordering dinner,
that's funny.
I'm like I'm gonna call it tostones because I'm on your land. Yeah. I'm gonna check myself before I write myself. She goes, exactly, it's tostones, bitch. I'm like, okay.
I love that.
But yeah, we all have a lot of the same kind of like, avenues that we go down.
I feel like you've worked with a lot of people from different cultures because you're like in the Spanish speaking realm for different
for work. A lot of work that I've done is all international based or Latino based.
But it's interesting to get those different perspectives because you guys are ultimately creating the same things, but you speak differently. So it's like, how do you even come to like what's like the right way to do it?
Nothing's right.
Okay.
We all
I
just
feel like there's like affinity towards the Latinx community.
Yeah.
Like between and I think that's similar sometimes with like Italians and like Portuguese and like there's kind of like this like affinity for
me every Latino I see out there, I'm like, one of us.
I
never make it like, oh, Dominican has to be like, no, you're one of us of all the sides.
That's how it feels, at least from like an outsider.
I thought this book was just so cool. Like the Mexican culture side of things I think is like one of the most interesting, especially like this set
There's
in
such
this
deep
time.
like culture there.
But love also the like fucking like Western vibe, like the vibe of the desert.
Say like the description of the deserts, right?
Yes.
The way she described every piece of what I'm thinking is like the cacti.
I love that shit. I talk about that a lot. I'm like, give me a good
she
like,
described
desert scene.
the landscape really well. I could imagine the battlefield really well.
Yes, yeah.
I could imagine there like where the river is. Like I thought it was such a beautifully written book. I want to pick up everything she ever does.
Okay, I love
God
that.
bless.
This is like an Abby Jimenez level of
I was
love.
pleasantly surprised with my.
I gave this shit 5 stars.
I would say 4.5 for me. Only because it was very slow.
So I would actually give this 4 stars because I would recommend this book.
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of like my big line in the sand between the 3 and the 4 is what
I think if you're
it.
more into like that fantasy action, like fast paced thing, you might find it boring because it's just.
But I think if you love a love story.
But if you love a love story, holy fuck, this book
this
is
is a
real.
love story, man.
It is a love story, and it's beautiful, and I really, really like Nestor.
Especially when they fight.
I did.
When she was saying like, oh, when she was
off.
basically fighting with Nestor, and Nestor was like, I'm done talking to you. She's like, I'm not done. I'm gonna follow you, little shithead.
Did you like her character?
She's a quintessential Latina, man. Really? That's like, I'm sorry.
She done pissed me
She's
off.
one of ours, man.
No.
It's her way or the highway.
But then I did put it into her perspective where I'm like, okay, you don't even know what happened to you. You wake up, you didn't know that person thought you were dead. And for the next 10 years, this person just doesn't show up.
Never writes a letter.
Yeah, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
But the
it's the miscommunication.
Wait, you didn't go to my grave?
But the second...
You didn't come every year? You didn't bring flowers?
But here's the thing. The second that he told me I thought you were dead, and also knowing that my family hates you as it is, I would have been like, oh, okay, you were like cast away.
Her family didn't hate him. Her
Well,
family
they didn't
just
want
didn't think
them
he
together.
was good enough.
He wasn't even allowed in
The
the
mother,
house,
so
Maria.
the mother
But that's so
bothered
like
me more.
The trope.
Yeah, the
Because
mom sucks.
So one of the tropes in a telenovela is the mother. That kind of mother is
That's the trope.
quintessential.
The dad pissed me off too, but I mean, they came around in the end.
Same, also the trope though.
Yeah.
Very overbearing, very rude, very angry. Like that's that time period, the novela style, they are perfectly made.
Okay. That
I
makes
feel
sense.
like she had to watch all of the novelas.
I'm very curious, like, why is it only okay that like the stereotypical tropes are written because it's from a like Latinx person?
Because I don't think this is stereotypical to a general person today. I think this is stereotypical to the storytelling of the time.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I don't think this is stereotypical in the wrong way. I think all cultures did this of you're not allowed to be with a man on your own.
Oh, I thought you were like speaking specifically towards like Spanish fathers.
No, I mean, in this sense, if I'm relating it to the novelas I watched growing up, it's being boomed right there, you know? But I don't think it's I didn't take it offensively if it would have been some other person doing it, like if you would have written it. But if you would have told me you did the research, like, yeah,
like
all the novelas
I'm
are
a
like that.
telenovela, like
All the novelas are like that,
extraordinaire.
even down to today. Like the ones I'm watching now.
But
the
like-
mom is still a thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is like that's I would call
a
a
storytelling
a negative like
Of that
stereotype.
person, yeah. But I think it's a negative stereotype of the storytelling, not of the people of
like
today.
of not necessarily like Latinx moms.
Correct.
Okay.
I equate it to storytelling. I equate it to the stories that were always told back in the day in the 90s.
Okay.
A lot of these historical fictions that were coming out.
When was this book written?
This was written in Standby.
It was like fairly recent, right?
2023.
Oh, wow. Very recent.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is very recent. What's her next one?
I was really surprised that how low it was rated.
It was rated low?
3.9. 3.9
is
something.
high.
But again, I think it's because it's misclassified. I think people came into it expecting a lot of vampire stuff. When you put
Yes.
vampire in the title too, like you're
That's
like,
a really good point.
but again, if
Yeah.
in my mind, as I'm reading it, it's not just the monsters themselves, but the human ones that are also
I
part
just
of the
don't
problem.
think I don't think that rating reflects.
Well,
I don't think
watched
so. But a lot of
reviews.
her other ones are like, so the Hacienda one, that came out in 2022, that's at 3.84.
So I watched reviews for El Norte when I didn't think I could finish the book. I watched spoiler-free reviews, and a lot of people were saying, like, I actually only watched one, but she was like, this book was way too boring for me. That was like her whole
just
thing.
And it's a
whole
personal
thing.
taste.
Yeah, and all the comments were like, yeah, I didn't finish it. It was just too slow. It was too boring. But then some of them were like, this was a 5-star read for me. You
Yeah.
guys should have kept going.
I think
So
it depends on the person and what
it's
you like.
genuinely just whatever.
I think
like.
it was slow for me, but
But I love a good slow book. Like, you know me. I'm character driven. I love
Yeah.
a desert. This couldn't have been more perfect for me in the moment. And
Yeah.
I don't even care for romance, but I was really rooting for them hard.
The thing is, I also went into that fully
Vampires
blind.
were adorable.
I think I read part of the top synopsis that didn't give the most like
I didn't know
thing.
anything about this book.
So I went in blind as hell. And I went in with the faith from the girls from Discord saying, listen, it's amazing.
I've been doing that lately. It's fun.
Isn't it great?
It's fun.
Because you don't have expectations.
If you think about this book, though, like, not a lot actually did happen. There was the
No, that's what
beginning
I'm
where
saying.
she
It's-
got bit. right? And we think she's dead. It's 10 years later. They go to a war. They come back from a war.
So all the travel to the war.
That's what I'm saying. That's
it.
why it was like the lattes and lattes. Nothing happened.
Right. It's like nothing happened
Until the last
outside of things,
20%.
but like in their world, everything happened.
Well, at the
but
end,
of course,
their
life
rancho
happened.
gets attacked by the Yankees.
yes.
So that's the big fight at the end, is that their home is fully being attacked by them because like the white guys were trying to buy the land before. They said no. They're like, okay, sure.
Right.
Comes back with the vampires like all chained up, ready to attack everybody.
And when she
So that's
like-
their big one.
her letting them go is like it made the whole book
Did you
for
like
me.
the whole scar thing? Being able to like
Feel it?
So because of her scar after she's been bitten, she can sense when they're looking at her.
I just want more.
I know.
need to
I
know.
know I wanted more vampire.
Like if you gave me a second book and we like dove into the vampire side of things, I'd be so happy.
I think they're just meant to be like, you know,
would
like
read
a
that.
coyote
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
just an animal that's out
imagine
there.
she was just
It's
like a
interesting. They're like
vampire.
on all fours, and then they like come like the vampire itself.
I
is
think I
fascinating.
imagine the werewolf Lupin from
I did too.
From Harry
that was
Potter.
exactly how I imagined it. Which I was like, man, these things are fucking creepy.
yeah.
But the end though, of them just being like having that acknowledgement and like I
Thank
just
you.
pictured them so like
He just
little-
galloped away.
But
Okay.
then I didn't understand why the last one though swiped at her.
Because the guy was coming behind her to
Is that
attack.
what it was?
Yeah, I think he was
Yeah.
just trying to get to her,
Like
or
he
trying
was
to
near
protect
her?
her, but doesn't
Yeah.
know his own strength, and she hit her head.
protect.
But also to make us feel as the reader,
But it's
being
like
like, oh
them-
no, he betrayed her.
But them also being like in the shadows and like seeing her and like she could feel like that vibe. I just love.
Yeah.
But then she's still setting up the salt at the end, which I thought
Yeah.
was cute. And I don't know.
But the salt thing is very like universal.
Yeah.
that's universal. Yeah.
Salt is
Yeah.
In
universal.
the daylight, I don't think they were able to be in the day.
They were fine
right?
the day. I think
But
they
no,
were
because
just
there was a scene where like the Yankees had them out there like tied up, and they said like they were like really fucked up in the daytime.
I think they were, maybe they were like, I was wondering
I think
that.
like they were like sagging almost. maybe.
yeah,
unless I
scabby and stuff. I was like, maybe
It
they're just being
was-
tortured.
They were gross, and I loved it.
me too.
They were gross.
I gotta say, Maria, I wasn't sure. The first like 4 chapters, I was like, yeah, I don't know, and then it just clicked, and I got so into it.
Yeah.
And
Well, thank you, Discord pals.
powered
Y'all are right
through it.
again.
All right. What do we want to ask our viewers, Maria?
If you've read anything like this, send them my way.
Yeah, this is
What
an
does
interesting book.
hacienda mean?
Hacienda means like plantation.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any of the words that I didn't.
I was gonna say vaquero means cowboy. I was writing them down.
I was
to
kind of
talk to
picking
you about
up
it.
on what Mike really did explain a lot of it to me, which helped a lot. But
I feel like I was writing them down.
oh, really?
I was to send them to you guys, but then I was like, they'll be fine.
There were moments where she would start a chapter with like a whole sentence in Spanish.
Yes.
And I was like, I'll just not know what that is.
It was the locations. It was like
Oh,
locations. Like it's like 1864 or 1840 something.
Also,
on-
there was a time where she was like, "He's been speaking English."
Imagine
so
this
are we
entire
meant to
book-
be. This is they're speaking Spanish, but it's translated
yes.
for us. Okay,
which
that's
is
what
why I think those Spanish words are like thrown in there.
I kind
Just
of
more
love
so.
that.
Yeah,
Oh, I just spit on
you're
this.
fine. I've been spitting these entire time.
I know. I loved that. I don't know. I really like this book. So if you read her other one, let me know how
will.
it is. I'm actually very curious if it's the same.
I'm very excited.
style.
The next one is the
Is it
possession of
historical?
Alba Diaz. What?
Historical.
I think they're all historical so far.
Ooh.
I think that's kind of her gimmick. She's a historian, from what I read. I think she's like, or some kind of. She's into history. I think she's
starting a rumor.
I think I read the afterword,
I want to see what she looks like.
and okay, I can show you.
It was very fascinating.
She's so pretty.
I just need more vampire stuff. Oh yeah.
Isabel Cañas, Mexican-American speculative fiction writer. After having lived in Mexico, Scotland, Egypt, Turkey, and New York City, among other places,
shit.
she has settled in the Pacific Northwest. She holds a doctorate in Near Eastern languages
Okay.
and civilizations and writes fiction inspired by her research and her heritage.
That is so cool. What a cool life. Oh man, being a writer just in general seems so fucking cool. You just travel around and do cool shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what's a question you want to ask our viewers?
I want more of
Oh,
these.
more of these. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
Okay, better question. If you have any books that you've read that have the pining at this level, send them my way because I don't like insta love.
This miscommunication kills me, man.
I can deal with it.
Because I'm like screaming at the phone.
I like
just
the
talk,
miscommunication,
just
but
speak.
if it's done well,
Okay,
like
fair.
she says, if it's a contemporary and you can call the guy,
That's a good
That
I'm not gonna
point.
makes
believe it.
it-
I'm
it's
not gonna
like
believe it.
That's a good point.
I needed to be specific.
But the fact that he can't talk, like we didn't say this, but his family member that's on the rancho is illiterate. So any letters that he would send to Nestor were dictated to his boss.
But I
the
love that his
patron.
buddy was like telling all these stories about him.
Alberto,
and
the
he's
white
like
guy?
comes off as this like fucking like hero, basically being like,
Yeah.
oh, he's just walking around
The
fucking
biggest hype
bitches.
man.
Yeah, I love that. All right, that's it. That's what we're talking about. Pampires.
Pampires.
It's spooky season, so get your pampires out and your witches and your goblins and
your ghouls.
Follow us on Instagram. That's books_n_BETCHES. Click
Okay.
the link in the link tree. Subscribe to our
Vampire.
nope.
No.
Subscribe to our
Vampire YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube.
I'll take it.
Sorry, I was looking at page bound.
Isn't it cute?
Okay.
I love the aesthetic.
And go over to our Discord if you want to make some friends.
Follow me on page bound.
And follow us on Pagebound. Let us know if you're on there.
Easy bakes.
Thanks for being here. We'll catch you next week. We love you. Goodbye.
Bye.